Today on the channel, we've got the return of retro reviews, Marvel Collector's Edition Avengers, the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I got it figured. Back with another retro review. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been sitting on this one for a little while. I've been saying I was going to do it. Last year was the 60th anniversary of the Avengers, and while Marvel Legends is still kind of keeping that going, I think the cap off thing will be Giant Man this year. I wanted to do this set. It has all the original Avengers in their original form, created by Toybiz back in 1999. I've been sitting on this set for 25 years, a long time. It's been through a lot, but I wanted to finally open it, do an unboxing, and sort of talk about, what we need, what we've got, what we need from this for our modern Marvel Legends. Bought it from Toys R Us way back in the day, 1999, 2000, somewhere in there. It's a 1999 set. I think I got it when it was contemporary, but it could have been in 2000. I don't remember. You got your good old Toys R Us sticker on there, $14.97 for 6 figures, which is, we ain't getting that no more. We can't even get one for that. And you got the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes #1, and it comes with 6 figures, 2 of them being Hank Pym. One is Ant-Man, one is Giant Man. So very recently, I did the Iron Man Model 1 Gold review on the channel. Not too long before that, Wasp and Giant Man in sort of normal form came out as a 2-pack. We did that review, and we're going to kind of see the complete roster, talk about it. So it's got this nice kind of fold up deal here, where you can see all the Avengers in their little slots. I've never opened it in all these years. Box has been through some stuff. Got the hint of Captain America, but we don't get him. Just the originals. And we're gonna get them out. First, I feel like we should go over the entire box. Get the Avengers. Nice toy photography back in the day. And these are technically Marvel Legends, even though it doesn't say Marvel Legends on the box. And they're not in the same scale as Marvel Legends. They're sort of like a scale unto themselves. They also did a set for the X-Men, the original X-Men set. And I never got it. I did intend to, but I just never got around to it. And you can get both of these sets on eBay or wherever. Not a whole lot of money. I mean, it's not gonna be $14.97. But under $100 for sure. So we're going to stop looking at these guys in the box, get them out, and see what we can see. Alright, so we've got our Avengers team out of the box, and they look great. One of the things I like about this set, even though obviously the action figure technology is dated, is that because they're smaller, they're kind of in their own little scale, you could technically display them on a shelf like unto themselves, and really currently it's the only way to get the entire Avengers roster as they appeared in Avengers #1 in any form that I'm aware of. So yes, we're getting all these figures this year. We have them all, but But despite having all of these figures, we don't have a Hulk from Marvel Legends that is in this form. And I do think that Hasbro really need to get on that. We got the Beyond Earth's Mightiest Grey Hulk and Bruce Banner set. And yes, it is the first appearance of Incredible Hulk. Yes, they did put it in Avengers program, but it's not really the Avengers version of the Hulk. This is the Avengers version of the Hulk. So, did they absolutely need to make an Incredible Hulk #1 Hulk? Sure. But they could have just made a single figure of Hulk like this in that set, in that program. But they didn't. We also got the Silver Iron Man in that same program, the true Model 1 Iron Man, no skirt, gray. And he also wasn't the Avengers version. So I wasn't going to get that figure at all. I skipped it when it was out. It was on discount, everything like that. Still didn't buy it. Finally got one. It's in, it's now showing up in alleys for like $10. So you can grab it from there. And just because I'm a classic Marvel fan, I went ahead and got it. But when you're trying to complete rosters and stuff, that well, he was never on the Avengers in that version of the Iron Man suit. This is the first Iron Man that was in the Avengers comic books. We got the Wasp here. Wasp looked great. She's like small. I like that. And she is in practically the same outfit as what we got in the very recent Marvel Legends form, which I did a video on a couple of months ago. And it was a must buy set for me. So, I went ahead and got it. And you got Ant-Man. And then the first two issues of, well, actually only in the first issue of Avengers was Ant-Man, just Ant-Man. In issue 2, Giant Man first appeared. So, and he was in Tales of Suspense, Tales to Astonish, was Ant-Man's book. And in between issue 1 and issue 2 of the Avengers, he became Giant Man. In issue 2, he was Giant Man. Then you've got, of course, the Incredible Hulk, the strongest one there is. And obviously, he was a member of the Avengers, issue 1, but he was never really accepted. And by issue 2, he had left after being thought to have done things he didn't because of the Space Phantom. And in the next 5 or 6 issues are kind of the subplot is like, we got to get the Hulk, bring the Hulk back. And of course, we know they never do. They never do bring him back. So, but he is an original Avenger, and we do need him in this form in Marvel Legends. And by form, I just mean, with these trunks. And there are Bronze Age, the trunks came back for the Bronze Age. It's not like if they made this version of Hulk, they would only have one use for it. They wouldn't. They absolutely wouldn't. Because John Byrne, well, not even John Byrne, before that, the trunks came back for the Smart Hulk. So Hasbro definitely needs to give us that. And of course, you see how they used to paint figures back in the day. You got all the paint washes and stuff to make, to bring out the sculpt and the musculature. Nowadays we don't get any of that. We just get very low paint apps. Although they do sort of, make up for it with the detail. He doesn't have full articulation. He doesn't have like bendable arms. Neither do Ant-Man and Wasp, but that's because they're so tiny. Not really sure why he doesn't. But as you can see, Thor does, Giant Man does, and I believe Iron Man doesn't. So Iron Man doesn't have that either. But, just for lounging around, or, they're posable. You can kind of jump in the air and you can do that sort of thing. But we are talking about, pre, modern-ish action figure articulation. He's also got a little bit of a paint imperfection going there. But you saw it live. I just opened the box. I've never touched these figures before today. Next up, we've got Iron Man Model 1, gold suit. He's got screws in his back. Not sure why that's necessary, but we got them. And, we just saw this armor in another review. Obviously, much better version of it. Iron Man does not have the elbow joints, but he does have wrist articulation. Yeah, he's like very stiff. He doesn't do much moving. He can bend there. He is not super mobile, and that's just as appropriate for this Iron Man as it is for the Marvel Legends figure from later. But what he does have is a removable helmet. So the helmet comes off, and you got your Tony Stark head, your true 60s Tony Stark head. And that was a nice surprise. Opening the box, I didn't realize the helmet came off, but I could kind of see his eyes in there, and I was like, did this come off? Yeah, there you go. Comes off. So there is Iron Man. And then you've got Giant Man. And Giant Man is, pretty big compared to these guys. He is larger than a Marvel Legends, even now. So you could kind of have him be like a only slightly grown up Giant Man. But he looks good. For whatever reason, they gave him articulated ankles, and they're actually kind of loose on this figure. So he stands obviously, but he doesn't stand the best. He do a pretty nice kick. And then weirdly, even though he's bigger, and notice that he has pinless arms. His he's pinless. Kind of funny. But he doesn't have wrist articulation, which is kind of an odd thing. And last, but certainly not least, we have the mighty Thor, and he has like a felt cape. And I guess, I don't know, just from being in the box so long or whatever, it's kind of a little bit beat up. But he does look good. He has all the articulation that you're gonna get from these figures. Everything that they can do, he can do. So he has wrist and ankle and elbow bend. Of course, you can twist them at the waist. I'll put him in a pose. and it's really nice Thor. The only thing I would say, honestly, bad about this entire set, there goes Giant Man's ankle. Told you. Honestly, I would say the only thing I really feel like is missing from this set is that there's no Captain America, and um, now his ankle is just never gonna work again. And maybe they plan to, maybe they had plans to make more guys. Maybe they were gonna do like Cap's Cookie Quartet or something to get those guys: Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. Just never happened. But it would have been nice to have a Captain America to go along with these guys. Well, there you go. That's your look at the Avengers Marvel Collector's Edition from Toybiz. I know this is like a little bit of a weird, different format video, but there's no point in doing, one at a time or anything like that. I wanted to, share these with everybody, partially so I can finish my Avengers kind of shtick, even though we got some Avengers stuff coming, and honestly, so that I could have these guys out for small versions of Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. They're so small that honestly, I don't think it's really bad to have them in a regular Marvel Legends collection. You're not really looking that close at them. But it's a really nice set. I've always been glad that I had it, even, carted it around with me for 24, 25 years, somewhere around there. So it's about high time I opened them. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I do have plenty of other things that I could do flashback or retro videos on. It was a nice segment that I like to do, and I did a few of them last year, year before last. Hadn't done any in a while. Wanted to bring it back, and I'll probably do some more, as well as some other types of segments too. So be on the lookout for that. Alright guys, that's going to be it. No sales pitch this time. Just see everybody on the next video. Till then, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.